Cool. Welcome back to Curse of Mantras. I've been focusing on other LPs, so this has been on the back burner for a bit. So yeah, let's play. Let's play Earthrealm. Forget who's Earth. Earth will be air. So yeah. Earth and air creature. That's it. Okay. Let's go. And turn. Oh God. Life. Yeah. Okay. Oh my lord. And turn. Whee. 7. Yeah, I will. Creature. I've got my Death's Guard. Death's Guard. Death. Need to be angel. Angel. What's this? Save game, there we go. Life. Earth row. Is the air. Sorry, air. Here we go. Well, I'm alive. Just chipping away at his house. Yes. Round 6. That's it. The successful leader brings out the best of them and making them work in synergy to form an unstoppable force. Okay, whatever. cards. Death cards. Death with what? Death with Angel. Life with life. Angel. Death zombie, blah blah blah. Yes. Oh my god. That's better. Wolfram again. The same. Your death threats think you control everything, right? Very well, how can you defeat an army that constantly heals itself? And what the hell? What the hell? Right there. Oh, sorry. Gonna be death. Death, bloody. for Earth creature. Let's go. Like a sitting duck. Excellent. Okay, we're gonna do some hamlets now. see what I can think of in the box. What is the box? Let's see now. Straight to there. We go to death today. Back in my room, I find myself drowning in my thoughts, my curiosity, I spelled wrong, taking over. It's killing me to know what happened next. What happened to that kid? What made me beat him in such a cruel way? Mainly, I'm dying to know what kind of person I was. That first memory didn't paint me in a good light. But that can't be all I am, right? There has to be something else, something more palatable. From the memory I've already seen, I can't imagine any part of my life as peaceful. I seem to have strayed far away from that possibility, but there could be a kind of thrill there. I do love danger, and I have the feeling that it loves me. I need to see more, I need to get answers. I open the box, and this time I welcome the fog I've now grown accustomed to, and the soft music playing in the background. They don't captivate me the way they did before. My focus is on seeing myself again, on learning more about how I live, nothing more, nothing less. Faint noises of people shouting start to echo in the air, and when there is no more haziness around me, I see myself standing in a cosy looking place, definitely a bar, likely a clip joint type. There Ace is, the star of the night. He looks like he owns the place, like he belongs here. I should probably feel some sense of belonging too, but I don't. I find the environment off-putting with everyone screaming and partying like there is no tomorrow. Ace appears to be something like a VIP section. The music isn't as necessarily loud, and the screaming noise is somewhat muted. This is where the gamblers are. 2 to 3 women stick to each of their sides and cheer, encouraging bad decisions. Don't blow your wig, the night just started. Why is it that whenever I open my mouth I decide to mock my opponent? I move closer and I'm standing right beside Ace. It gives me a better chance to take note of his appearance. He's wearing black, wide-leg pants combined with a black polo t-shirt. But his outfit isn't what's interesting. There's no sign of the scorpion tattoo. This memory must have been taken place before the previous one. That in mind, I hold on to the fact that this Ace does look significantly younger. He's well groomed too, unlike the last one I met. His choice of words and facial expressions are the same though, smug and sassy. I might be behind now, but I still have a card or two up my sleeve. You better watch yourself, you twit. Twit. Did you really just call me a twit to my face? I'm guessing he has some kind of grudge against me. Ace grits his teeth and his knuckles go white in anger. However, before anything can come of that anger, a woman appears and gently covers Ace's hand with her own. Ace's attention shifts from her as he basks in the intention. The woman seems used to diffusing situations like this. Whether she has had to experience or not, it works. Ace chooses to ignore the insults and continues playing. As the game continues, Ace is gradually surrounded by hot mamas and handsome men. Their eyes with an awe that makes them see like their world revolves around him. They stick to his side like glue, and Ace learns of that and leads into that alteration, this time choosing to wrap his arm around the waist of one of the males. I have no memory of playing poker myself, aside from this one just now, I suppose, and I certainly don't remember the rules, but I pick up some things as I watch. And even if I don't understand it all, I can tell it's exciting. There's an aura of confidence radiating off his face. I can tell he's more than your average player. His opponent should have called quits earlier. My big takeaway from all this is that I was a winner! I don't even want to blink because blinking means that I'll miss a second of the game. That's how interesting poker is to me. Of course, it's possible that I'm more invested in the way Ace rules the table than the actual game. I can't tell. Either way, my excitement builds as Ace stacks win after win after win. My heart practically skips each time a new card is revealed. And that's how I roll. Winking and smiling, Ace gets up from his seat, declaring himself as the winner. There are mixed reactions overall. Some people groan with a cheer, none cheer louder than a couple of girls at Ace's side. This is the kind of fling I wanted to see. It might not be the most honest way to live a life, but it is exhilarating. This Ace is making the most of his time. And compared to the other memory, I like this better. It makes me hopeful that the other one was just a rough phase in my life, a mini episode that ends up being a contained incident. Maybe I'm not as bad as a human as I thought. Doo doo. Doo Okay, let's go here. When I return to Mercurius, I wonder if I'm going to see more of the humanity I saw before. I catch him tinkering with something, muttering under his breath at Stumpy. He leans his head to the sides, and I swear I can see the gears in his head clicking into place. He smirks, then laughs softly, the same here I know him for. That looks interesting. He jumps slightly, narrowing his eyes at me before letting out a huff. I'm not even going to explain it to you. I didn't ask. Something about him brings out my sassy side. We watch one another and he dusts off his hands. I'll be ready in just a moment. Don't rush for me. I don't want you distracted by your project later instead of focusing. I can focus on more than one thing at a time. I roll my eyes and wait for him to finish before we start the memory. He's a pain in the butt, but I do like watching his process for figuring things out, and it's amusing how he loses himself in his projects. He's passionate and smart, quick on his feet too, even if he seems a little off sometimes or most of the time. The memory starts and we pick up years after Mercurio's father has passed away. Mercurio is in college, but life is just getting cruel. Jocks purposely bump into him so he drops his books. They mock him openly in class. Only his roommate, his best friend, seems to care, but even his roommate doesn't stand up for him. Still, Mercurio seems to get through it all by growing a thick skin and focusing on the future, on when he'll be able to graduate and really make a difference in the world around him. Until he starts to fall for someone. I'm not sure their gender, but I know they're beautiful. It's like a halo of light follows them around wherever they go. Their thick black hair goes down to their shoulders, although it's usually warm and pulled up. They have almond eyes, warm skin, and a smile that sticks in Mercurio's head like a song on repeat. Slowly the two seem to grow closer together. They spend time together. Mercurio starts talking about dating them, especially to his roommate. He goes on and on, almost writing poetry in every conversation. It's sappy, but cute all at once. Finally, the person asks Mercurio on a date. They use the word and Mercurio looks so excited he almost chokes on his yes before he gets it out. He spends the whole day getting ready, going through a montage of outfits. Finally, he meets his date at the coffee shop on campus. Rather than his date, he finds no less than 3 of the guys who've been giving him hell. At first, Mercurio is sure they scared his date away. He starts to yell at them for being cool and ridiculous, but they shove him. You really think that Aiden would go out with you? Please. So tell me, Aiden got you to do how much homework? Damn, I guess I need to try that out, don't I? The third guy smirks as Aiden, a long-time crush, walks up and wraps themselves around the bully. It was fun, but I needed to make things clear. Aiden motions between them. I'm never going to happen. Mercurio stares at all of them, confused. Why? You're creepy. Then Aiden pulls a Provisio and Mercurio talking to his roommate. It's obvious his roommate is holding the camera. Mercurio looks around, trying to hide the tears building up in his eyes. His roommate waves from across the coffee shop, phone in hand, recording everything. Mercurio turns and runs, desperate to escape the laughing. The memory fades as he gets further and further away. I still see the final thought, or feel it. People can't be trusted ever. Work is the only thing that matters. So much for being smart. How is it possible that you didn't notice all the signs? You're so clever, right? Mercurio shakes his head and sighs. It was like a failed experiment. How could I have been so fooled when it was right there? I stare at him a moment, watching the gears keep turning in his head. He snorts. It's emotion, friends, love, feelings. It makes anyone stupid, even me. Whoa, hold up. The evidence is there, can't you see it? No, that's not what I meant at all. Sure, some people can be manipulative, but you don't see it because you're married to your feelings here. You have to let them go to reach your full potential. I was right to do that. All things considered, it's not the worst memory I've seen so far. Mercurio snorts at me and shakes his head. You only say that because you don't know what it's like. I was humiliated and they broke my heart. And worse, it meant nothing to them. You don't get it. I open my mouth, but he shakes his head as he seems to calm. I need time to think, alone. I take the hint and head out of his home with a sigh, knowing that there's no way I'll be able to get back until he's ready. I return to Kraken's home and find the door open. like he knows I'm coming and has been expecting me to join him. It's a nice thought. A part of me gets warm thinking it wants me to join him or it likes my company. But that's a silly thing to focus on when there's a million other things to worry about or focus on. I take a deep breath and walk in, greeting Kraken, and as I do, he nods to me and stands as if ready to go. I'm starting to think you have a small problem with small talk. I choose to do more time with my time than idle. Most people consider it being polite. Kraken nods and smirks. I can't stop my lips from turning up as well. Of course, neither of us are most people. It's merely a way to fill the silence. We don't have a silence, we have an objective. To your memories. And may this be a clearer one. There are several generals and leaders around, but Kraken's at the centre. That has to mean he's most important, right? Everyone has 4 arms and everyone is furious. Only when 2 of the men get close to trading blows do Kraken stand up. He takes a deep breath and points to an image of a giant squid. The Mesosinks have done much damage to our kind. Another ship has been attacked and we cannot allow it to continue. It's time for retaliation. The cow quiets as they watch Kraken as he paces and glowers at the image of the squid people. The 4-armed group, the group that looks like Kraken, pale blue, 4 arms, fish-like but powerful, murmur softly about the various losses they've faced. Kraken drives a knife into the image of a giant squid. We have been patient, we have tried for peace, but to what point? No one answers. How long was we wait before we dropped below the waves? A few men bang on the table in agreement. Even one more moon is too long. Cheers go up, then quiet as Kraken jerks a knife from the picture. He points at the generals and smiles. It's time we reclaim our homeland. Just like that, the memory ends. So you built ships, huh? Smart move. That's smart of you all. Kraken looks at me, and for a second I'm sure he can read my mind and knows just what I'm thinking about, even though I said nothing. When he stays quiet, I continue. Now, instead of fighting the squid race, the Mesosinks and the water, you built ships and weapons to take them on. Kraken nods slowly. That's just right, we wouldn't stand a chance under the water. Kraken called under the water their homeland, so they must have lived there once, and for long enough to call it their own. Which means that they were forced to leave for some reason or other. I bite my lip, then face Kraken rather than leaving. So you once lived underwater with your kind? Yes. And the giant squids pushed you out, forced you to leave some way or another? Yes, that's what the memories showed. I open my mouth, hesitate, then shake my head. He makes me think all the time. I should challenge him too. It's not like it will destroy our friendship or whatever we have that's building towards a friendship. Just for conversation, I wonder if it was really your homeland or you just claimed it was. He doesn't move towards me or start throwing things, so I continue. Maybe it was always the home of the giant squids and your kind slipped in and tried to make it your own. Was anyone there who can say? Who knows who was first? It's a toss-up, isn't it? Kraken looks at me for a moment and smiles. I keep watching him, expecting anger and frustration, but he laughs and shakes his head at me. I'm usually the one asking these kind of questions. I smile slightly, then smirk. I must have learnt it from you then. Kraken walks me to the door and crosses 2 of his arms over his chest while the other 2 brush his hips. The only way for us to have an answer is to continue, I suppose. Sounds right to me. So that means you'll be back soon, and it almost sounds like you're happy to hear that. Kraken grins and shrugs, holding the door for me. You're not the worst company. I grin at him and take a few steps away from the door. I almost trip over a log, then wave to Kraken, finding him squinting to himself. There are worse ones to spend the day, so I'm looking forward to spending another one with him soon. I go back to Angel's place as promised and knock on her door emphatically. She welcomes me in a few seconds later. But then I place the music box on the ground. It waits for a silent and innocent, but Angel circles as if trying to understand it before we get started. After a thorough inspection with her hands clasped behind her back, she nods to me. Are you sure you're ready? Ready or not? I wait for a moment, then I roll my eyes and sigh. Does that mean yes, Angel? Angel nods, and I work the music box until we're brought back to the prison. This time there are whispers around Angel, even if the people aren't right there. They must be on the other side of the door. You really think it will work? Angel presses herself against the door, pushes her head to the side, and then angles her head differently. Then her voice comes into focus. Of course, he's never been wrong. She'll make us more money than any other attraction. If it works, people will come all over to see the flying woman. Angel backs away from the door and shakes her head, as if to prove to herself that it is impossible. She jumps, and her wings flick up and down in a disjointed pattern. She collapses to her rear, legs sprayed out, hair in her face. Yeah, but a woman with wings that can't fly is useless. A slight shift in the memory has jumped, but the scenery hasn't changed. A large man comes into the prison cell and walks to Angel as she shrinks away. He grabs her neck and glances to the cliff edge. You were surprisingly easy to catch, little bird. Maybe your family wanted us to catch you to teach you how to fly. Just let me go. I'm tempted to let you go right over the cliff. Then you'll fly or die, but that would be a waste. Even if you are pathetically a useless creature right now, I worked hard to get a flying woman, and you're going to give me a flying woman for my effort. I can't. You should learn, or we may have to go back to your forest and find some incentive. Excuse me. He grabs something, and then the sound of the change echo around us. He closes the metal collar around her throat and locks it in place as she washes, eyes empty. He pats her cheek hard so she stumbles. Learn to fly, little bird, or learn to climb. Soon you'll have to choose. He runs his hand over her hair and walks out. The door slams so loudly that I flinch. It drags me out of the memory and seems to jostle Angel too. She swallows, and I see a shiver work through her as the memory fades away. This isn't the end of it, Angel. She shrugs, refusing to meet my gaze as she slides down the wall. You're more than beautiful, Angel. You're strong. You must have broken the chain. You escaped the prison. Even if I could, the ledge... Yeah, it's there. I hope that if I help her move forward, she'll fill in her own blanks for me. That in mind, I cross the room and take her hands, drawing her attention. I couldn't fly. I can't fly. No escape. Only falling and falling. No, there's always a way, and we can find it. I believe in us. I'm afraid just thinking about the ledge. I don't want to see it. I can't, Angel. So high up. There's no need forward, right? We can revisit this when you're ready. Angel nods and keeps my hand in hers until we're at the front door. She smiles at me gently and then chews her lip. I need peace to continue. I'll be sure to not come by for a while. I don't want to interrupt your prayers. She laughs softly and shakes her head. Soon. We'll meet again soon. And don't let it scare you. Remember that all this has happened already. It can't hurt you. Angel shakes her head and gives me a little sad smile as if she's trying to keep me hoping. After a sigh, I slip out the door. We'll see each other soon. I'm too staggered by the fact that she finished her sentence to reply right away. Maybe this will help her get a grip on her present and the potential for the future. I'm going to save it here. And I'll see you next time. Whatever you're doing today, have a good one. And enjoy yourself. Okay, see you next time. Bye.